Good morning. Hello, good morning. Anybody out there? Good morning. Ah, all right, God. I thought there was all this noise and no people. Thank you for joining us. Hope it's a wonderful day for all of you. If you have not already done so, please turn off your phones. And as Robert Boo says at every founders meeting, if you can hear my voice, thank you. While on a road trip, an elderly couple stopped at a roadside restaurant for lunch. After finishing their meal, they left the restaurant and resumed their trip. When leaving, the elderly woman unknowingly left her glasses on the table, but she didn't miss. Hang on just a second. We got too much counter activity.
Start again.
I will start again when the conversation is done. Done? Okay. Starting again. While on a road trip, an elderly couple stopped at a roadside restaurant for lunch. After finishing their meal, they left the restaurant and resumed their trip. When leaving, the elderly woman unknowingly left her glasses on the table, but she didn't miss them until they had been driving for almost 40 minutes. By then, to add to the aggravation, they had to travel quite a distance before they could find a place to turn around in order to return to the restaurant and to retrieve her glasses. All the way back, the elderly husband became the classic grouchy old man. I can relate. He fussed and complained and scolded his wife relentlessly during the entire return drive. He just wouldn't let up for a single minute. To her relief, they finally arrived at the restaurant, and as the woman got out of her car and hurried inside to retrieve her glasses, the old geezer yelled at her, "Well, you're in there. You might just as well get my hat and my credit card." See how we old geezers are? So, Miss Patty, do we have any first-time visitors, any virgins here?
Bunches and bunches and
Bunches of virgins.
We have a very, very special virgin. Very, very special virgin. And he's behind the pillar here. This is Jerry. Jerry
Hello,
was
Jerry.
born in Columbus Hospital in Newark, New Jersey, where I was born. That makes it
Oh,
special.
my goodness. Separated at birth.
Now, there were a few years between us, though.
Oh,
I got to go around the corner here, around the corner here. And while we're speaking about New Jersey, from Atlantic City, we have Bill.
hello. Welcome, Bill.
And I don't want to jump across the table. Our first international star over here, Richard, was born in New Brunswick but lives in Montreal.
All right. Welcome, international.
And from Chicago, we have Franco.
Welcome, Franco. Got a lot of Chicago here, but I'd watch out when Betty from the Bronx. She may not have something to say about Chicago.
And from Iowa City, Iowa, we have John.
Welcome.
He made you do that. You didn't have to do that, you know. He just wanted everybody to see who was sitting next to him.
I can't trust him.
And another international star, Galit from Israel.
All right, welcome, Galit. And we will be hearing from her a little bit later.
Did I miss anybody?
Did you get everybody?
No, Doug, it's not you. Think we got him.
Thank you, Miss Patty. Do we have Danny here? Yes. Let's get started off here.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. So as we prepare for the holiday season, and start buying gifts and trips and all these things, remember to get tested too. And, preparation, also prep, so prepare for the season, it is important that we get tested. It is important that we know our status, and so that we can get either, on preventive medication or on medication to treat, HIV. Today we're doing HIV testing, back on building, B, and we'll also be partnering with AHF to offer you a full panel of STI testing. So don't be shy and come say hi. So today we have restorative yoga from noon to 1, and we also have yogic movement and meditation from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And next Sunday, December 15, we also have restorative yoga. So there's a lot of options to do yoga this week. If you have not tried any of these yoga classes, please schedule one, and don't be afraid to try new positions. You will not regret it. Flexibility isn't just for yoga. It's for keeping the spark alive too, if you know what I mean. So in case you were wondering what Awareness Day is celebrated today, well, there's a lot of them. So today, December 10th, marks the conclusion of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. I don't know if you guys knew that, but this is an international campaign that runs annually from November 25th, which is International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, until today, December 10th, which is Human Rights Day. This campaign aims to raise awareness and to prompt action to end violence against women and girls worldwide. So additionally, December 8th, which was last Sunday, is recognized as pansexual and pan-romantic Pride Day, celebrating individuals who are attracted to others regardless of their gender, but rather focusing on the person and all their qualities. Because everybody deserves to feel seen, to feel respected and supported. No matter who they love, sexual and romantic expression is a lifelong journey, and there is always room for growth and to learn. And remember, darlings, the best thing about being fabulous at 50 or more is that you've got decades of experience. So let's put it to good use. Whether you're exploring new toys, and yes, there's gadgets and toys for every generation, or trying steamy role-play scenarios where you are the master of a dungeon, the key is to keep it playful, consensual, and full of laughter. And of course, get tested. And hey, if everything fails, a good feather boa can work as double. You know, it could be an accessory and it could also be a prop. So stay sassy and classy. And like I always say, have fun with sex, but please do it safely so you can do it for longer. Happy Tuesday.
Thank you, Danny, with your decadent decades. Our Women with Pride coordinator, Miss Diane.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Diane Papafotis, and I am the coordinator of the Women with Pride program. And I have a couple quick updates for you. It's the end of the year, so the Women with Pride programming is almost over. I'm excited. But we had some amazing programs this year, so I just want to tell you very quickly about it. We offered 14 social events for women. We participated in 3 community events, including the toy drive that's happening right now. We hosted 3 fundraisers, and we participated in numerous other PrideCenter events, such as the Florida AIDS Walk and the 5K. So we had a really, really good year. I'm super excited to go into 2025, and I just want to thank all of you because I may or may not be here next week to give an update, but I will be here the following week. Aren't we having an ugly sweater? Ugly skirt? Yes, ugly skirt contest. So thank you all for supporting the Women with Pride events this year. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. First, I'm going to talk about last week's holiday dance that we had here. It was a really fun event. We collected food for Sunshine Cathedral. We collected toys for the toy drive, and we also received some donations for the Women with Pride program. It was a lot of fun. I didn't see some of you there, but Shawn was there, and he was dancing quite a bit. I think he was very popular. So it was a really, really fun event, and I think we'll do another dance in 2025. Now on to the toy drive, the 19th annual Judy Shepherd Toy Drive. We have received a lot of toys and a lot of donations. In fact, thank you all who have donated today. I've got some money in my back pocket. So thank you all for the donations. Last year we collected just over $600. We want to meet that goal again this year. The money that we collect will go to gift cards for the faculty and students, the faculty and staff who work at Thurgood Marshall Elementary School. So we just want to make sure that not only the students get toys, but everybody there gets a gift. So thank you for your donations, and thank you, Doug, for donating the proceeds last week for the raffle. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And remember, we're collecting toys, so you can drop off toys right in the front. Next week's going to be our last week because on Wednesday, December 18th, a few of us get to deliver toys to the school. It's a lot of fun. So next week is the last week to drop off toys. So please do so. If you're at the pub on Wilton Drive, you can drop off toys there. And this is a very special toy that I received on Saturday. And does anybody know who Sue Bird is? Sue Bird? Amazing. Amazing. She's retired now, but she's just amazing. So this toy may or may not make it to the school. I know. I'm just saying I may or may not have a crush on Sue Bird. So thank you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you, Diane. We have our active aging specialist, Shawn. Tell us what's going on.
Good morning, everybody. I was at the dance Saturday. It was a very, very awesome event. Had a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next one. Diane did mention, and I'm just here to make a really quick announcement about our ugly sweater contest. Coming up in 2 weeks, Christmas Eve, we will be open here. It's going to be fun and festive. There will be prizes. So go in your closets, look around, dig for the ugliest sweater or skirt. Or you can wear both if you're so inclined on that day, and maybe that'll increase the chances that you'll win. So, ugly skirt, ugly sweater contest, 2 weeks from now, Christmas Eve. Looking forward to seeing y'all then. Thank you.
Thank you, Shawn. All the way up to us on 95, Miss Cindy Brown.
Good morning, friends. How's everybody this morning? Yeah. Traffic was so easy getting up here today. Piece of cake. I have my passport. It's in the car. I had to use it at the border checkpoint to get up here. So I want to wish you all happy holidays, regardless of what you celebrate. Let me see. Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Eid, Festivus for the rest of us. And anything and everything in between. I wish you all the best for all the holidays, and I hope you get to spend it with people that you love and people that you like. Because sometimes they don't always match. Anyway, as always, we have our men's group flyers here. So if you'd like to participate in the men's group, pick up a flyer. If you have a friend who you think might benefit, pick up a flyer. It's free every Wednesday at 4. And also, we are starting in Miami a new version of Our Coffee and Conversation, which is probably 20% of the people that are here, because I wish that we could get a group this large in Miami. So, yeah, we need to buy everybody helicopters, and then we can have a group like this. Right? No, never on a Tuesday. So we are going to start the third Wednesday of every month. And we're going to rotate. It will be at the LGBT Visitor Center on Miami Beach in January, March, May, July, etc. and it will be at the Pride Lines location on Northwest 7th Avenue in the 50s for February, April, June, and so on. So we're alternating 1 month on the beach, 1 month off. We're planning a barbecue picnic at the beach for April or May. We'll have more information about that. I will be back here next year when I'll share all of that with you. Let me see if there's anything else. We do still have our case management program at JCS in Miami. Unfortunately, it's only for people who live in Miami-Dade County. I know we have a few folks that come up here from Miami other than myself. So if you know of anyone in Miami that needs assistance, we have that program. Unfortunately, we can't come across the county line. We're working on funding for that. But I will be here after the show. So if you have any questions for me or want an autograph or something, I'll be here for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Cindy. From SunServe, Miss Lisa.
Good morning, everybody, and happy holidays. Just a reminder that Silver Serve Luncheon is this Friday from 11 to 1 at Hagan Park. We will be celebrating the holidays. And so if you have not already RSVP'd, you can just let me know that you'll be coming, and I look forward to seeing everybody then.
Thank you, Lisa. To our virgin from Chicago. We have a lot of Chicagoans here, but there's one right there. Let's bring up from AARP, Miss Betty from the Bronx, to tell us about her trip to Chicago. She's still cold.
Happy holidays, and I don't know why you people ever lived there for any length of time in the winter. You have to be out of your mind. I mean, it's a lovely city, but not, 13 degrees 2 days in a row with winds. So it was a little much. I most of the time I was in a sweatshirt, which I never wear here, with a hoodie on in the house. Outside, I had to put a jacket on over that. So I had a great time, though. I was with family, and that's what counts. I love you all. I have missed you, but I want you to listen to Donald. He's one of us here at the PrideCenter, and Donald is going to help me throughout the next year quite a bit on and off. So we're going to sort of trade places every once in a while. And today I'm going to let Donald tell you about some of the great benefits of being an AARP member, or not. All right? Love you all. See you next week.
Thank you, Betty.
Good morning. When it's my turn to do this, I'm going to cover a few things in a very short time. I hope to give you a fact, a helpful hint, upcoming activities, a benefit, and then sex over 50. So the first thing I want to tell you today is people get confused about AARP. So I want to make sure it's clear. There is no minimum age to be a member of AARP. There are members and volunteers within AARP that cannot get that through their head. You can buy a membership for your grandchildren, 12 years old, if you wish. They just cannot, there's only 2 times they can't use the card. If you take them to a liquor store and expect him to get 10% off, they can't get it. Or if you take him to the Avis counter at the airport and expect him to get 20% off Avis, he cannot get it because he's not old enough to drive, okay? Otherwise, AARP focuses on people that are over 50 years old, but anyone can be a member of AARP.
With this card, we can get 10% off liquor?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah. Stick with me. I'll help you with that, Mr. Boo. my helpful hint for you is if you are a member currently and you ever have a problem, there is no offices for AARP. Not even for us. We're the largest section, Broward and Miami-Dade, in the whole state of Florida. And we have an office with a manager that's only there a couple days a week. She's out and about throughout the state. So if you call, there is no number for you to call. So many of you have told me they've tried to call the number. There is no number for you to call. So I'm going to teach you the number. Very easy to remember. So when you're looking at the phone, you dial 833-OUR, O-U-R, AARP. Got that? So when you look down, you're going to dial 833-687-2277. You'll never remember that number. But if you remember 833-OUR, AARP, you will get a person that's unbelievable. I have called this number this past year probably 100 times. And she never once had to send me on to somebody else. She helped me right there. Even with computer problems, dealing with my phone, she did all the work. Okay? So, just a reminder. Upcoming events for AARP members, movies for grown-ups. There's a virtual movie this week. It's Friday at 8 p.m., and it's The Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So if you're a member, you can go sign up. They'll send you an invitation within like a second from the minute you hit the button saying you want to attend. They'll give you the invite, and you hit that on 8 o'clock, and you'll see the movie. And I will not go any further, but next time we'll talk about other benefits, and we'll talk about sex, because I didn't want you to get excited before Christmas. I want you to live through this whole event. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Don. Very, very nice. We have Rebecca and Elihu. Yes, I don't know who's going first.
Good morning. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the next concert coming up in our Jammin' at the Center concert series. It will be January 25th from 7 to 9 p.m. We did put out some flyers on the tables for you guys. It's $25 a ticket. You get 2 beverages and free parking. And coming up this month, it is Sound of Universal Love, which is going to be great. So if you guys would join us, we'd love to see you there.
Thank you, Elihu. Miss Rebecca.
Hiya. How's everybody? So it's December, right? How are your New Year's resolutions going? Because you got to redo them again in 3 weeks' time, and I'll be asking, and I'll be periodically checking in. I'll be your support group. Anyway. What? Just to try and be nice to people. I have been successful at times. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, AARP. This spring chicken here, this young person who's not 50. I'm not 50 yet. I'm a member, and it's great. And it's because I'm not 50 yet, just to let people know I'm not 50 yet. So, I'm not 50, but I do have a card, and I am a member. Anyway, not that there's anything wrong with being 50. I've heard it's absolutely fabulous. I'm just not 50. So, anyway. What? No, I'm not 51. I'm not. There's not a 5 in my number. Okay, you need to shh now. That's enough of that. Anyway, what do I have for you today? Oh, yes. So, some of you, if not all of you, hopefully, if you are signed up for all of our communications, should have received a letter in the mail this week. It is our end of year appeal. So at the end of every single year, we send out solicitations. Also, you should have received an e-blast. And it is asking for all of you to make a gift, no matter how big or small that gift is. You can do it online at PrideCenterFlorida.org. You hit the donate button. It's going to take you to the Florida AIDS Walk team. Donate. Your dollars are doubled. And this year in our appeal, we're talking about safety and security, because within our mission, We are a safe place, right? An inclusive home. And that's what we need help continuing. We have 50 plus support groups that meet here every month. That's a lot. And that's a big responsibility for the PrideCenter. So we want to make sure that we're able to enhance our security system, maintain the pieces as they stand right now, and just continue keeping everybody that comes on campus safe and secure. So I am asking that you consider donating, even if it's $10, $20. If you donate $50 or above, we actually have an ornament this year, a 2024 PrideCenter holiday ornament that you can receive. It'll be shipped to you. And I do not have a sample. No, I just really just suck at my job. So just don't tell my boss. Don't tell that to my boss. We also have, for those of you who are allies of the community, we also have an ally pin as well. So if you donate $50 or above, you have a choice. You can do a holiday ornament for 2024, and each year they will change, or you can ask for us to ship you an ally pin. So again, pridecenterflorida.org. Hit the donate button. Every dollar is doubled up to $400,000, or I'm happy to take checks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Rebecca. It is time for our CEO, Mr. Robert Brew.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. So I just want to point out one of our special guests that's a virgin here, and he's kind of a virgin in disguise. Oh. So Mr. Bill Peters, over here. So for those of you who've been around for a while, Bill Peters was actually the executive director of the center when we were over, was it Andrews or over on Oakland? Andrews. So many, many years ago. So I've been around for 18 years. So this is before me. So Bill, thank you very much for the time that you donated to the center. Glad to finally meet you. I knew the name, and it's nice to finally put a face in the name together. So today in gay history, some of these I just have to laugh at. It's hysterical. So Emily Dickinson. Yes, Emily Dickinson. So what was written about her was, how can Emily Dickinson be a lesbian? She's an American. So the official story remains that she remains the same, that as innocently told about our lesbian grammar school teachers. Their boyfriends died in World War I, so they remain old maids. So that was the story on Emily Dickinson. Oh, and before I forget, AARP said no offices. Diane? So also, today in gay history, everyone reach back into your memory banks. Who is Tommy Kirk? No. So he worked for Disney, made some films, The Absent-Minded Professor, Old Yeller, and The Shaggy Dog. Did you know that when he was in his late teens, he came out to Disney as being gay? He was immediately fired. Yeah. So, well, Icecapades, hello. So, but he did move to Las Vegas, and he did pass away in September of 2021. So he had a nice long life. And the thing that was written, Tommy was gay and estranged, and what remains of his blood family. And so, anyway, that was good about Tommy. I'm not going to read the rest of that one. And Richard Pryor. Yes, Richard Pryor. So his widow, Jennifer Lee, claimed that Richard had a sexual relationship with Marlon Brando. Like, who didn't? And Pryor was open about his bisexuality. And later his wife said, well, it was the 70s. The drugs were good. if you did enough cocaine, you'd screw a radiator. She didn't say screw. You'd screw a radiator and send it flowers in the morning. So, yeah, that is. Also today, some notable birthdays and events. So we already talked about Tommy Kirk, Susan Day. What? Partridge Family, exactly. Yeah. So she is now 72 years old. That's amazing. And then what happened on this date in history? Women were granted the right to vote in the Wyoming Territory. So in 2025, that's all going to be taken away. Yes, we'll go back to territories. On this day in 1964, Martin Luther King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And in 2012, Google begins selling $99 laptops in the USA. 2012, look how far we've gone. So now it's up to 2,500. So I didn't like any of the national days for today, but we do have coming up on this, the 13th of this month, Friday. Thank you. Come prepared, Robert. So National Guard, it's National Guard birthday. How many of you have served in the National Guard? A couple of you. Great. Congratulations. So it was started on December 13th in 1636. Wow. And it is the National Guard members across the country celebrate the birth of the oldest military organization. I guess it would be. And then my personal favorite on the 15th is Wear Your Pearls Day. Yes. So I do want to talk about a little bit about wicked manners. So we were able to grant out to the other organizations that powered our entry points. So we are now granting out $30,000 to those organizations. So this whole event was really a community-wide event. It not just benefited us, but the organization. So we have awarded to the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida $7,732.20. The Bears of South Florida, we last night just gifted them a check for $6,009. How many of you were at the Bears event Sunday night? A couple of you. Great. So I just want to give a big shout out to the Bears because they have been super busy in their fundraising efforts this year. They gifted out $100,000 to 12 organizations. Guess who got the most? PrideCenter. We got a check for $17,000 from the Bears. Yeah. And to boot, it's going towards our Florida AIDS Walk team, so that's really $34,000. Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Bears. We've also granted out to Broward House $1,631. And yesterday we presented a check to Save LGBT, and they got a check for $1,890.30. And next week I'll announce the other winners because we are doing check presentations the rest of this week. And finishing up, is it this week? Yep. So more news to come. We are so excited. And again, I just want to give a big shout out to the Bears. And it's so fun. They used to meet here. And last year they had 125 people. This year it was at the Westin out on Cypress. They had 300 people attending. They have 700 new members that they just started. And so they are just amazing group. And I love at the beginning of their meetings, they all go, okay, give your bear call. And they go, arr. I think that's so cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Our sponsor today is Rich Cathala with Humana. Rich has been with us for the Expo for the last several years. He is your sponsor today, and he is here with a special guest. Rich.
Hey, thank you. Good morning. Just a little bit about insurance. So December 7th was the last day to register for Medicare Advantage plans. But you have another chance coming up January 1st until March 31st to make any changes. So there's been a lot of changes. A lot of the hospitals are making changes. A lot of insurance companies are making changes. Reach out to your agent. If you don't have one, I'm happy to help. I'll be here afterwards, but I brought a special guest. We work with doctors' offices and dentist offices, and I got to meet a very special lady. It's been a few months now. From LG Dental, this is Galette. Give a little handshake. So you go to a lot of dentist office, and the first thing they look at you, they kind of look at your wallet and say, how much money do you have to spend? They really do. They really do. Galette's a little bit different. She'll talk about her practice, but it's nice to go to a place where I can send my members to and know they'll be taken care of. And she's really good about managing the money to make sure that you have money. Because you have to think about that too. You have a certain budget on your Medicare Advantage plan. And once that's gone, it's gone for the year. So a lot of dentists will spend that money the first 2 quarters of the year. What if something happens third or fourth quarter? So that's how you kind of judge your dentist. Are they looking at the whole year? What if something happens? Teeth break all the time. You have an emergency. So that's important. So, you ready? She's a little nervous. She's a virgin too. Come on.
So unprepared. Did somebody say 10% off liquor? Okay. Hello, everybody. A lot of people. Just a little nervous. My name is Galit. I am representing LG Dental Studio. We do all phases of dentistry. We also do Botox. We do fillers, anything you need. We are right now at the end of the year. I don't know, again, with Richard, with insurance, if you've used your insurance benefits, but if not, this is the time. We do look at the entire year. We do manage your dental care. We don't really do anything that you don't need. Everybody's different. So we look at you as a whole person, not just a number. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. If you have any questions, please come see me. If you want to sign up, I have a sign-up sheet.
So she takes all the insurances. So now
Yes.
I work with her, but she takes Aetna, United Healthcare, everything else. So I don't think just because I brought you that.
Right. If you don't have insurance, we work with that too. And if you call us and say you're from here, we will be happy to give you 10% off, regardless of insurance or not. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich and Galette. Oh, Shawn, would you do the honors since Miss Blanca's not with us? Got it?
Okay, so the prize today is $123. So that's a good amount. All right, and the number is 757-37554. Any winners? 757-37554.
Congratulations. Thank you, Shawn. So both Rich and the good dentist will stay here for questions. Come on up and see them. Thank you for sponsoring us. Thank you for being here this week. We will see you next Tuesday.